There's a new survey out today that uncovers how Americans feel about a variety of important topics. Hal Boyd and Lois Collins from Desert News are joining us to tell us about the 8th annual American Family Survey. There's a lot to dig into here. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
No problem. So, Lois, let's start with you. Tell us about this survey and who you guys talked to, what kind of questions you were able to ask.
So the survey involved 3,000 adults, making it nationally representative. And it's kind of a kitchen table conversation about how people live, what they value, what worries them. It's got a margin of error of 1.9 percentage points. And it's a continuation where we ask some questions consistently over the 8 years to get a trend. And some things are brand new, depending on what the hot button issues are, like abortion or school issues like book banning. And that's kind of the survey in a nutshell. There's a lot about families and concerns.
I love that you went back and kind of asked the same question multiple times, because sometimes our views and what's important to us shifts. So I really feel like that you were able to really zone in on what people really thought. Now, what were some of the most significant findings and what was your reaction to the stuff that you saw?
Well, you mentioned, looking at trends over time. And one thing that we've seen this year is that really people are concerned about inflation. They're concerned about the economy. And we went back and looked at other surveys from the 1980s. And what you see is about 80 to 70% of Americans in the 1980s felt like they were better off than their parents' generation. And when we asked that question this year, what we found is that only 40% today say that. Now, that's a concerning trend and probably the result of a lot of economic concerns. Like I said, inflation concerns are very high. We found that in the survey. With that said, there are some silver linings. Those who have children are optimistic about their futures. Those who have maybe come from more challenging backgrounds are also optimistic about the future and the opportunities that may be available to them. So those are some silver linings, but overall, it's sort of a concerning number to see. That trend, to see that only half feel like, each successive generation is getting better. And so that's something that we're watching for sure.
Yeah. And so after all the work that you guys have done with this survey, what should we do with these findings? What are you hoping to see come from this?
So one of the things that we're hoping is that people will pay attention to findings about trends on family, recognize the strength of family, recognize that we are not nearly as politically divided or as different in our lives as we might appear to be. And personally, I hope that policymakers will pay attention to the numbers that show how people feel about a lot of issues where we're really only hearing the loud voices on the left and the loud voices on the right. I want them to listen to some of the voices in the middle and come up with constructive policy.
Oh, that's so important. And I love what you said about the loud voices, because we do sometimes have to zone in and really pay attention to those voices in the middle. Both of you, Lois and Hal, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate your time.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.